Blaise, you lied to us.
Welcome to We're All Just Faking It. This is episode 37. Today we are interviewing one of our hosts, Blaise. With us today we have Dana, Blaise, and myself, Braylon. Let's get started. I'm so excited. Before we get into it, has anybody faked it since our last episode?
Yeah. Just like working in general the past I don't know, 2 weeks has been awful because it's like I know I'm moving to a new role and it's been just a pain because I'm like, why does it matter what I do at this point?
Yeah. So you're faking your job at the moment?
Yeah, I'm faking my job. I've done nothing for work for the past week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
That's kind of nice. That's kind of
Yeah.
nice though. What about you, Dana?
Yeah, so the last episode, I was like, everything's great, like I'm in such a better place with my health and stuff. And then my colleague like walked out. And there was like loads of stress and like my health issues came back and stuff. So last week I had like really bad like time like mentally. Like I just was in a really, really bad place. I did things like old habits and things that I shouldn't be doing because it's not good for me. And I just kind of at the weekend, last weekend, was like, I don't know why, it's so stupid because like I know, but like I was like, stress really affects like your health, like duh. Like this is gonna make you like really really ill, like something you might not be able to come back from. And like so many like chronic illnesses and stuff, like I'm not saying they're caused by stress, but they seem to be like there's a greater impact from stress on them, and they like bring them out as well. And I was just like, I'm gonna be in a place where I'm not gonna be able to come back from it. And at the moment I seem to be getting myself like flipping in and out of the health issues. Like I just need to kind of sort things out. So this week has been a lot better. I've kind of been working my mindset, kind of like faking it, kind of like anytime I get stressed about something, I'm like, okay, we're stressed about it, and then let's move on. Like it's a blip, and then like, okay, next. Or like, okay, let's just leave it.
It's good that you recognized your stress levels and how it was affecting you.
Yeah, because I'm like always a person who's stressed. Like I would be like, my middle name is stressed. Like,
Same.
hello, my name is Dana Stressed.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But I was just like, so like when I used to wake up, I'd be like, okay, I wake up like neutral, like I'm not happy, I'm not sad. But now I wake up, I'm like, okay, I'm happy, nothing's happened to make me sad, like I'm happy, like I'm gonna wake up happy. And then this week I started waking up at like 6:30 and doing like half an hour of work before I like uni work before I went to work. Like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I did that, and it was really nice, and I felt like really nice. And at the weekend I opened my blinds, all of them, not just the middle ones, so like the sun's shining everywhere. And I've done that last weekend and this weekend, and it's just been really nice. I know like it sounds really stupid, but seeing the sun is really nice. Like I need to use my sad lamp more, I think.
Funny enough, there's this YouTuber who lives in the like northernmost city of the world or something like that. I forget what it is, but
Svalbard.
She did a video about how the lack of like sunlight affected her health, and like it actually, like there's so many details of your like physical health and mental health that it affects. Like it should not be understated at all. You need sun.
Yeah, I think that's why I fall in such a bad like seasonal depression for so long. But yeah, I had like a reset of my room, which was really nice at the weekend last weekend, and then this weekend I've been like allowing myself to rest but also get work done and stuff. And I'm not saying like I'm completely cured and I'm happy and I'm never going to be stressed again, because it doesn't work like that. But
Yeah,
it's
no.
been a lot better. And I've had those days where I'm stressed about things and I'm just like, okay, I've had a rant, let's tie a knot, let's kind of move on, because I'm not going to let this ruin my whole like freaking day or my whole week, because I'm going to be thinking about it the whole time, because that's dumb.
I don't think that the stress gets like any like less or more, but you become more able to handle it. Like it like doesn't affect you as much is what I think
Yeah.
can happen over time, where you're like not letting it, like, I don't know, like you said, let's tie a knot in it, let's move on. Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
let this ruin my day.
Yeah, I do this thing with like two of my friends. We have a group chat, and we kind of do like our rose and thorn like for each day or whatever. And like for the first time ever, I had like barely anything for my thorns this
Oh my
week. Like I was like
gosh.
trying to
Aw,
think
I
of
love
some,
that.
and like I'm really like struggling to think of them. And then some of the evenings this week where I've been like, it's been like 2 evenings where I've been a bit like low energy. I'm just like, oh god, and I'm like, oh, I'm falling into like bad patterns, and I'm like, actually, I'm just really tired. That's why I'm low energy.
Oh
Like
my
I'm just
gosh.
a long day. Like
Look at you go.
so yeah, I'm faking it, but I also might be okay at the
That
moment.
helps so much, I think. I think I had to do that too. Like I would be like, oh no, like I was always so worried, like, oh, I'm like gonna start feeling bad again. And like I think if you just like, yeah, you're like, actually, maybe I just had like a busy day and my body just needs rest. And I'm confusing this with like, oh no, the sads are coming again.
Yeah.
I'm literally so proud of you, because that's,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I think it's really helpful.
I think it's hard because you are always waiting for like it to come back. You're like, oh, this is just a blip. I'm only happy for a little while. Like I'm gonna be back to being like depressy Dana. Like, no, I am Zen Dana. I am calm. I am happy. The stress happens, but now it's gone. So yeah, fingers crossed.
That sounds awesome. I'm really glad to hear that.
Thank you.
I was trying to think of how I have been faking it, and I think the thing that I've been doing the most is like, I talked a little bit about this, I think, to you guys. Like people asking me to do stuff that I don't know how to do, that I'm just like, yeah, I can do that. And I'm like, well, I better figure out how to do that. And I've just had like this constant stream of like with work, like people being like, hey, do you know how to like create a fillable PDF? And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. And then I'm like, how to create a
Yeah,
fillable
look
PDF?
it up.
And I figure it out. And I think it's like creating this dynamic in me where it's like I like rely on myself more in a way that I'm like, oh, even if I don't know something, I can like find out, oh, how to do it and then do it. And like that's kind of, it's just been like kind of nice. So I've been faking it in like it's almost like a good way. It's like a helpful a helpful way to fake it, I would say, has been what's going on with me most recently.
I think that's
So
amazing because, like, obviously, the skill to actually be able to Google things and find things out is like a really valuable skill. But also, just trusting yourself. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna know this. Like, in like 2 days, I will be an expert at this. It's
Mm.
just nice to see that.
and I think it kind of leaks into like other areas of my life where I like am like, oh, I'll figure that out. Like I don't know right now, but like I'll figure it out. And it like is kind of nice to have that like attitude of like you're met with a roadblock, and instead of being like, crap, this really sucks, I don't know what to do, I'm like, well, I don't know right now, but I'll figure it out. And it's like, oh, it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of nice. I don't know if it has a name, but it's nice. Um, Okay, so today we're gonna get into a really fun, like rapid fire interview with Blaise, and I'm super
Ugh,
excited.
I'm so nervous
So,
for it, honestly.
I
is,
can't wait.
is everybody ready?
Yeah,
Okay,
ready as I will be.
You got
okay,
this,
so
Blaze.
Blaise, let's start. Can you quickly introduce yourself?
Obviously, I'm Blaze. um, what is there interesting about me? I am a content creator. I am a systems analyst. Actually, what I'm going to be is a specialist. That's my new like role title. I'm trying
That's
to
so
think of what
exciting.
else. I think that's it. Just content creator and specialist.
Okay. How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Ooh. Probably passionate. I would say definitely caring. And this is definitely more than 3 words as well, but I would say not too serious. Or I guess that is 3 words.
Do we disqualify you for that?
Yeah, probably.
Is there a way to say not too serious in one word?
Yeah, I couldn't think of a way to say that.
Unserious?
Unserious? Yeah, I guess.
Unserious.
Boom.
It's funny
Qualified.
in my work, like yearly review or whatever. It's like, how do you embody like our core values? And one of the core values of my company is humor. And I was like,
Oh,
I embody that every single day. I just like, I don't take myself too serious.
I love that. Sorry, I had a cat that wanted on my lap.
oh.
What is your favorite color?
Blue, easily. And I'm
Okay.
wearing blue.
Blue. Blue's my
Hey.
favorite too. Is it like a specific blue or all blues?
Like a light blue. I'm not wearing it, but
Like baby blue?
mm,
Or
more
like
like
sky blue?
kind of more greenish blue, but still white,
Like your
if that makes
controllers
sense.
behind you?
Yeah.
Oh, like a seafoamy, kind of like almost like a Tiffany?
Yes. Exactly.
That's a good color.
Coffee or tea?
I love that Dana got to ask that question.
Same.
I don't drink either, but coffee
Yeah,
or
I was
tea?
gonna say Dana doesn't drink them.
I'm
I would go
invested.
with coffee, but growing up I always drank tea with my mom, so that's also a big thing for me. We always have tea in our apartment as well. I even got Reagan into tea, which is so funny, and he loves it.
Did
Oh,
you?
Well, so technically, if you asked him, he would say that my mom got him into tea, which I guess she also got me into it, so it could go to either of us.
Fair, fair. Do you guys have a favorite tea?
That's hard. I like the fruity ones typically,
mm.
but it kind of depends on my mood. Like in the fall, I like more like chai type of flavors than fruity. So I guess it depends seasonally.
I have a sub question for that one.
Okay.
Sweet or unsweetened tea?
Unsweetened?
Nice. Same.
Because I don't
I
usually
like both,
add
but
anything.
no
I'm
sugar.
always scared when
No.
Braylon mentions tea. I don't trust her anymore after that
Just because
sun
I
tea
said that I
thing.
make sun tea. It's okay. Sometime you're gonna come here and I'm gonna make sun tea and you're gonna have it and you're gonna be like, wow, that's so good.
I feel like, what is this abomination?
Yeah, exactly. I really do want to try it though.
Um so we have another question here. How do you take your coffee?
Um, hmm. So I typically leave my coffee like so I like a little bit of creamer, but like not much. Like some people really pour in the creamer. I want mine to still be like a darker brown of coffee than like a light
Like
brown
a
of coffee.
caramel versus
Yeah.
like a beige.
Yeah.
Like
I
a tea
hate
color at that point.
Yeah, it's so gross. I hate when it's too sweet.
What was the last book you read?
The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I actually finished it last night and I was losing my mind.
I think I saw your post in your Discord as well. I was like,
Yeah, I posted about it because I was like, I need someone to talk to. I am losing it.
What genre of book is that?
So it's fantasy, but it's like vampire fantasy.
oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite book genre?
Fantasy.
Oh, nice. Do you
Easily.
have like a preference of like dragons versus vampires versus like werewolves versus like Greek
Magicians.
gods?
I think because of Twilight, I like to hate on vampire books, but
What? Come on.
but after reading this most recent book, I'm like, maybe I can get into it.
Have you ever read Twilight?
Yeah, I have. When I was in like high school or something like that. I don't know how old I was, but yeah.
I think I was 14 when I read the first Twilight.
Yeah, I was probably like late middle school or early high school when I read
That's
it.
crazy. So crazy.
What's your favorite movie?
Um James Cameron's Avatar, like the
Oh,
blue people Avatar. I'm a techie, so like
Okay, I feel you on that because I saw that movie in theaters, like literally, I'm not even joking, 10 times when it came out. Like,
mm,
I loved it.
it's so cool.
It like blew my mind. Like, we didn't have technology like that.
I
That movie came
actually
out, we were like,
wrote a paper about it in I think college. I wrote a paper about like all of the tech that they used for it, and it's so impressive. Like what they came up with just for that movie, insane.
even the
I'm
new
really
one.
interested in that, but
Yeah.
I didn't rate the film, but I do think I'm interested in the technology.
Yeah, I just really geek out on the technology that they used for it.
Do you have any pets?
Yeah, of course. I have Mira. She's a husky for anyone who doesn't know this. She loves to scream every now and then, and she loves to be a butt when I'm streaming. She loves to come up, even though I just took her out, and gets angry at me.
What does she do when she gets angry?
She just like, she whines, she kind of barks. I don't
Does she
know
like
how to
boop you with her
explain it.
nose?
She does boop me. She'll like nudge my arm like the
She's like, hello.
forearm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes if she's like really, really annoyed with me, she'll jump into my lap.
Oh,
Yeah. It's so
she's a
funny.
big dog player. That must be awful.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
She did it on stream one day. She just
Yeah.
randomly jumped in my lap.
That's
It's
really
like,
funny.
really?
Oh. What's your favorite season?
Fall. Everything about it is just like my favorite. Like I love the weather. I love football, and football is only in fall. So
Football.
I live for it.
I used to hate football, but now I know it's like, okay, the good weather's coming. So I'm like, yay,
Yeah,
football.
exactly. And like all the pumpkin flavors, the apple cider.
Mm.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
I love it
Mm-hmm.
all. Everything about it.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl, of course. Like I stayed up so late last night reading. It's like 1 a.m. Close
Oops.
to 2. Yeah. Like, well, it's the weekend, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And you're young. You can do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't my well, it's the weekend is I stay up like till 11. I'm like, well, it's the weekend.
Same. That was me last night.
You
But
know,
it's
sometimes you just need that extra rest. Like, there's
I
nothing wrong with that.
I do have like a rule of thumb though that I'm like heavily enjoying something like a video game or like a book like that. And because it doesn't happen that often, I'll let myself like stay up super late because it's like, when else does that happen? For me, not very often, where I'm like engrossed in something. So I'm like, screw
Yeah.
it. If it's like once or twice a month, I'm going to let myself enjoy myself.
Same. That's what I do. It's like, even if I have work like the next day, if I'm really into something and I don't get like that often, I let myself as well.
Yeah. Because it's fun. You don't want to interrupt that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't know when it's going to come again.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite way to stay organized?
I feel like I am a very disorganized person in general. So I use Notion, of course, and then I use what is the app called? Why am I blanking on it?
Tick tick.
Yeah, Tick Tick. Thank you.
I know because people kept asking me, so now it's like ingrained in my brain.
It's such a good app. Like I cannot recommend it enough.
I want to go back to something you said first. You feel like you're disorganized because I feel like you are a
Yes.
really organized person. So, like, are
I'm
you
not.
like you're not? This is blowing my
I'm
mind.
so not
Blaise, you lied to us.
organized.
Like in your home or like your digital life or across everything.
Everything.
Like you're not organized with work. This is like, I literally thought you like
Um,
were somebody who was like
I would like
really.
to be, and I have the tools to be. But I use the tools for a couple weeks or a month or something, and then I quit, and then I get disorganized again.
Yeah, I feel that. That's so interesting. You present as like you have your shit together, I would say.
No, not at all.
I
I
want to know too,
wish.
like what listeners are thinking if like anybody who's been listening for a while, like also thought you were organized and is like, huh, interesting.
This is like when Blaise said that she gets really stressed, and we were like, "What? Like,
I'm
really?"
a ball of stress. I am like the most stressed person that I know.
You know
My
what it
parents
is?
call me like a worrywart all the time.
I feel like
It's so bad.
I wonder what your astrological rising sign is because maybe you just present to people as being super chill, like no matter what's going on.
Leo rising.
Oh,
I don't feel like Blaise has ever said to me, or like in a like place, like, "Oh, I'm really like stressful," or like she never
I
comes
know.
across like
You
she's stressed.
don't
Like
wear
even
your
if
heart
you
on your
are, you
sleeve.
hide it so well.
Whatever the opposite of wearing your heart on your sleeve is, like people who show all their emotions, you're the opposite of that.
It's probably the Gemini in me.
Oh yeah,
Being able to put on like many
the face.
faces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's so
well, we're all
true.
learning
Yeah.
something today. Okay, going on. What is your favorite hobby?
Probably video games or like making content of some sort.
Nice.
I prefer live content, and I still think that's a form of content,
Oh yeah,
even
Yeah.
though some people would probably say it's not. I don't know.
I
Fuck
think
them.
it kind of is the future a little bit because
Mhm.
have you heard of like the dead internet theory? The dead internet theory is basically that like AI is creating all of the content and AI is consuming all of the content. So it's bots that are making videos and posts like on Facebook, and then it's bots that are liking and commenting on the videos and posts. And
Yeah,
I think that live streaming is like the most human, like it's a real person.
I
So I think
agree
it's like
because
not ever going to go away in popularity because if we get more AI and more bots and all this stuff, it's like people are going to want to go to where the actual people are.
I just think that all other content is so curated that live content is the only content that like you can't always 100% be like on your game. Like you can't always be pretending to be someone else. Like your true self will seep through even if you're putting on a character of some sort.
Yeah, you got to think like people like for instance the first one that comes to my mind that people might know of is Doc. He like plays a
Mhm.
character, like he's a
Yeah.
full-on character, but you got to think like his real self is probably a little bit like that.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
he probably is not playing that much of a character.
Mm-mm. No.
Yeah.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
Oh my gosh. I was thinking about this earlier. I went through, for those of you listening, I went through and answered some of the like hardest questions that I knew I wouldn't be able to think of. And that one, I still can't decide what it is. There's so many good like advice that I've gotten over the years, like live to no, sorry. I was about to say that backwards. Work to live, not live to work. I was about to say live to work, but there's so many
Is
different
there
pieces of
one
advice.
is there one like you find yourself going back to more often in your life now, or
No, I would think that, I guess, like, I don't think anyone specifically said this to me, but like it's something that's kind of been ingrained in my head. It's just like be yourself. And I think that is what I live by. I think that's something that I think about constantly, but I wouldn't say that's necessarily like a piece of advice that got given to me.
It's just like a
I really
life
want to say,
mantra.
I
Yeah.
really want to say, are you sure it's not be yourself? I'm sorry, I hyped myself up way too much.
I think I made it
That's
funnier
funny.
though with the hot tea.
Uh,
That was pretty funny.
it
Oh.
was. I like that.
Who who do you look up to?
I would say my parents. My parents have always been like my biggest role models. But then, of course, like there's some other people in my life that I would also consider people that I look up to, like you guys. I look up to a lot of the women in my family. They're very like strong, empowered, kind of like we can do it type people. So I
Which is
also look up
amazing.
to them.
We love strong women.
Exactly. We love it.
Like the poster,
And we love
you
your
know?
mom. She's lovely.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Kim, we love Kim.
Yeah.
That's so
we love
weird
her.
hearing her like first name.
Sorry, Blaise's mum.
She called me before the podcast actually, and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I know you're probably getting ready." It
Aww.
was cute.
What's your favorite cuisine?
Probably tacos or just Mexican food in general.
Hard agree.
Everywhere I go, it's like I have to try
I think if somebody
Mexican
told
food
me,
in that area.
I think if somebody was like, you can only eat one style of cuisine for the rest of your life, I would be like, okay, I'll pick Mexican.
I
Mhm.
would say the UK really need to bring up their game on that side of things, because I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
had it before here.
I mean, you're not exactly very close to the country, so it kind of makes sense, you know? It's all the way
Exactly.
across the world. But we have Indian food and stuff like that, so, you
Same.
know, and they're not very
Yeah.
close to
We
us.
just need to like
True.
sort our lives out and like get it here. We have Taco Bell, but
Taco Bell is not Mexican food. Like when I
I
say I
mean,
want Taco Bell versus when I say I want Mexican food, like there is a time for Taco Bell. Don't get me wrong. I love
I love
Taco
Taco
Bell,
Bell. Yeah,
but it's not the same.
I agree. Beach or mountains?
Okay, so this one's hard, but also easy for me. It's hard because I grew up kind of ish near the beach, but I went to college in the mountains and it stole my heart. So
aw.
I have a soft spot for it.
What's your favorite TV show?
Probably Avatar The Last Airbender. It's just so
Ooh.
good. After watching the like Netflix live action, I went back and rewatched the like animated series and I'm like, "Oh, it's so good."
I
I
haven't
love
seen
it.
it, so I think I'm gonna watch
You
it
need to
because
watch it.
I
It's so much
love
better.
the live action was really, really good. But I also kind of like that I don't really know what's happening in the live action and I have like no expectations for anything. I'm just like taking it for what it is. So I kind of, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen in the next episode. Like, I don't know. So it's kind of fun.
The
I haven't.
animated series is just perfection. Like there is nothing bad about it.
I haven't seen the live action, but I've seen the animated, but I haven't seen like start to finish the animated one. I've seen it like when it was on TV as a kid, like so random episodes. So I don't know like fully everything. So I want to like rewatch the animated one, but I don't know whether I should watch the live one before I go back. Or...
Watch the live one
I
before, because I think it's, I don't know, I just love like having no expectations, you know?
Yeah, I would
I feel like
watch
you
the
can
live
enjoy
one
it more.
first and then watch the animated.
Nice. And it's already been picked up for 2 more seasons, I think.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad. Oh my god. I was waiting for it. I was like, please pick it up. Please.
So good. Not to get sidetracked, but House of the Dragon's also coming out.
I'm so excited.
I can't wait. It's gonna be
Same.
great. What's your guilty pleasure?
Trash TV. That's my guilty pleasure.
Do you want to list off like 5 of your favorite trash TV shows?
Oh, what are they called? What's
Love
the
is
one
Blind.
Love is Blind for sure.
Oh.
The Bachelor this season specifically, it's so good. What else? The Ultimatum is also good.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one where they took like stars of previous show and put Love Island, maybe? I think
Yeah.
that's what it's called. That one. That was
They
so
also
good.
they also make Perfect Match. The Love is Blind people. Have you seen that one?
Perfect Match is also
yeah.
good.
And then Netflix came out with one called The Trust, which is like about
I
money.
haven't seen that.
You would really like it. It's really good. It's gets feisty.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, those are really good. I love all those shows too. Shout out also for MILF Manor being like the trashiest, most insane, crazy reality show I've ever seen in my life. If you want something off the charts.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh my gosh.
What's your favorite thing about being a content creator?
Interacting with everyone. I think that's the most fun part about being a content creator. Just meeting all the cool people. Like there are so many cool people that I would never have met if it wasn't for content creating.
Yeah, we wouldn't know each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Any of us.
Yeah.
This
Pretty
wouldn't even be
crazy.
a thing.
This podcast wouldn't exist if it wasn't for that. What's the most adventurous thing you've done?
Oh, so that's a hard one. So I'm thinking of 2, but they're adventurous in different ways. One of them is going to visit you, Braylon, without barely even like we had never met. Like
No,
that's
yeah.
kind of
Flew
a big
across the
deal,
country.
you know?
It's so fun.
Yeah, I'd never
Reagan's
been
first
to the
flight?
state. Yeah. And then my second option would be there's this waterfall near my college. And to get to the waterfall, you have to hike. Like, you have to hike down to get to it. But, like, when you come back up to go back home, it's such a bitch. It hurts so much to hike up it. And it's so much longer than you think it is. It's just, it's awful. But worth it.
Nice.
What's your favorite city you visited?
Maybe San Diego. It's so pretty.
I love San Diego. It's like, yeah, it's unreal. The good vibes are vibing there very
Exactly.
hard. What's your favorite quote?
So my favorite quote is, if you set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. I think that was from James Cameron who said that.
Oh, yeah, who directed Avatar, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a
Bringing
theme.
everything full circle.
What's your favorite way to spend a rainy day?
Playing video games or curled up reading a book.
Nice.
What's your favorite cocktail?
Maybe a mojito. I originally would have said a margarita, but I think those have been ruined for me.
Oh
So
no.
I'll go with the mojito instead.
What's your favorite childhood memory?
So when I turned 6, we went to Missouri to visit some of my family. And we went to Six Flags. And I remember I think it was like my first time getting on a roller coaster. And I loved it. So that stands out to me.
What is your favorite way to relax?
I guess that also goes back to the like, what is my favorite way to spend a rainy day? So playing video games or streaming or reading.
What's your biggest fear?
Death.
Yeah, it's fair. It's a good one.
It's definitely my biggest fear.
What's your favorite piece of jewelry?
So I'm actually wearing it right now, but it's this set of like 3 rings that my mom gave me. So that's my favorite.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite flower?
Probably a sunflower. My mom painted a sunflower and we used to have it in our house. And I think it's in the new house as well, but I love it for sure.
What is your favorite board game?
So I'm going to give a card game instead of a board game because I
Ooh,
enjoy card games more.
controversial.
I feel like those
Yeah.
are the same, like a tabletop game, right?
Yeah, tabletop game. I would go with Dirty Rummy because I used to play it with my family and they get crazy. My extended family, they're brutal. But it's all in fun.
Yeah, I love that.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas. I love the spirit around it. I love the food. I love seeing the lights. Every year my mom and I will drive around, look at the lights on her
Oh,
birthday because it's Christmas Eve. So we'll go out Christmas Eve and look at the lights.
Oh, that's such a fun tradition.
Hmm.
I love
that's
it.
so cute.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Maybe mint chocolate chip. Some
Solid.
people hate it, but
Yeah,
I love
that's pretty
it.
solid. I like
That's
it.
a solid choice. What instruments do you know how to play?
So I know how to play clarinet and bass clarinet.
Whoa, I didn't
Nice.
know this.
I prefer bass clarinet out of the
W-
two.
Were you in band?
Yeah, I was. I
Oh,
played bass clarinet in band and clarinet in marching band.
huh. Today I
Oh.
learned.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I added
What's
that question in.
what's your favorite emoji?
The laughing face that's like sideways with the like tears coming out.
Very millennial of you.
I love it.
What's your favorite social media platform?
I'm not gonna call it X. I'm gonna call it Twitter. But Twitter.
Yes, Twitter. Forever Twitter in my mind.
Although Threads is getting up there. Like I like the feel of Threads.
There's less boys on there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you can save now, which is nice. So they are adding new things to it, whereas I feel like Twitter's like adding new things, but adding them behind a paywall that no one can use.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're just being really annoying about it.
It's because they're losing so much money.
Mhm.
What's your favorite room in your house?
This room. The
What
office.
room is that? The office.
Oh,
The game room.
what's your favorite way to learn something new?
YouTube. I actually watch a lot of YouTube. So that's what I go to the most.
like learning stuff or just like entertainment or both?
Yeah. Learning stuff. There's a lot of like educational videos that you can watch.
Yeah. I think everything I've learned most of the time I learned from TikTok. Like,
Yeah,
I'll
I
just
was gonna
search it.
say or TikTok.
So it's kind of like
as well.
it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite childhood toy?
I guess as a child I played with Polly Pockets or
Oh,
Bratz the most.
Dude, me too. Both of those. I freaking
Yeah.
loved Polly Pockets.
Same.
I had
I had,
like
like,
the
the
ones that were
big
like this
ship.
big, right?
I had the big cruise ship.
I
Wait,
had
you
the
had it too?
airplane.
Yes.
The only thing I remember cool was the airplane.
My
Like
friend had the
little
airplane, but I had
I wanted
the
it.
cruise ship.
I had like a
Yeah.
bus or something too. That's so cool. That's
I
so
remember
fun.
getting the cruise ship for Christmas one year.
I think we found it at a charity shop for like £5, and I was like, "This is the best day ever."
That's awesome.
Sorry, I got like sidetracked. What's your favorite way to spend a day off?
Playing games or streaming.
Nice.
What's your favorite thing about yourself?
That I'm kind.
I really love that. Oh. I'm like, oh. Sorry, right. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
The power to fly, because I don't know. Feel like that would be cool.
That would be
Okay.
awesome.
Nice.
What's your favorite type of weather?
Kind of like, okay, so I would say a sunny day with like a slight cool breeze, but still warm ish.
So like
Like, you
Arizona
don't
right
need a
now.
jumper.
Probably.
What's your favorite song?
Oh, I don't think I have a favorite song, actually.
That's
There's just too
normal.
many songs.
Mine
Yeah,
rotate. Like I'll have a favorite song
Yeah,
for a
mine
week.
rotates. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to think. Let me look at.
What's your repeat song right now? At least if you have one, I tend to always have like a couple
What
repeat
does
songs.
Spotify say? Is that the top?
Probably Psycho from Anne Marie.
Oh,
That's a good song.
yeah.
I've been really into it lately.
What's your favorite music genre?
EDM.
Ooh, do you have a sub genre?
I don't even know what to call it. I guess it would be like house, probably.
Or like res would be like, I don't even know, what is res considered?
I don't know.
Deep house or something?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe.
What's your favorite sport?
Okay, so my favorite sport to play is soccer or football.
Football.
Yeah.
What is your favorite type of shoe?
Just tennis shoes.
Were you gonna say a favorite type of sport to watch?
Yeah, I was
I think that might have been a question that I added at some point.
Oh,
Okay, because
okay.
you
But
said
I
my
couldn't
favorite sport to
remember.
play, so then I thought you were gonna say my favorite sport to
Wait,
watch.
Because I can't remember if I put my favorite sport to watch as well. But if
Yes,
we're
it's in
saying
there.
my
Oh no,
favorite
you
sport
did.
to
Yeah, you
watch
did.
Yeah,
is football.
I'll just cross it off early. Okay.
Yeah.
What's? Oh, go ahead, Dana.
What's your favorite dessert?
Okay, so strawberry pie. It's a cold pie. It's made with strawberry and jello, and it has like whipped cream on top. So good.
I've never had that. I need the
Best
recipe.
pie ever. It's so
That-
good.
That sounds so good. I don't think I asked you this. What's your favorite type of shoe?
I think I just said tennis
Yeah, she
shoes.
said tennis
Oh,
shoe.
okay. Sorry, I missed it. Okay, so what's your favorite TV character?
So this goes back to my favorite like cartoon or kids show, I guess. Well, it's not. I don't know. I wouldn't say Avatar is really a kids show. Like it's meant for kids, but I don't think it's solely for kids. Either way, Zuko or Iroh from that series, because Zuko has such a good character arc, and Iroh, he's so wholesome. He's so good.
With his tea.
Yeah, with
Oh,
his
the
little tea.
uncle. I like
Yeah,
him.
the
He's
uncle.
funny. He's a comic
He's
relief.
great.
Yeah, the comic relief.
What's your favorite form of exercise?
Weightlifting.
Nice.
What's your favorite animal?
Snow leopard.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know you kind of alluded to it just a minute ago with your favorite TV character, but what's your favorite childhood TV show?
Avatar: The Last Airbender. But I will say I was also super into like Drake and Josh growing up, although with all the stuff coming out about that,
Sad.
I'm a little sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite quote about life?
I don't know. I don't have one. I think I meant to answer that one so that I had it ahead of time and forgot. So
That's
we can skip
okay.
it.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
That's hard. Probably I really like trying out new recipes. Like I don't do it much in my apartment now, but if I actually had a decent kitchen, I would say any new recipe. Cuz I'm
What's
a
your favorite?
foodie at heart.
What's your favorite Disney movie or Pixar?
I would say Tangled. It's such a cute movie.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite thing about your job, even though you're not going to be there?
I would say my favorite thing about my current job is actually the people that I work with.
Oh.
Yeah, I
That's
really
nice.
like the team that I work with. They're all like great people. They're very much like work hard, play hard. So, they're just great.
If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, I love this question. I would say Robert Downey Jr. He's so great. If you watch any interview with him, he's so insightful, but also really funny. And I just really like him. And then I would also say Ryan Reynolds because he's just, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
What's your favorite vacation destination?
Growing up, we would go to my mom's coworkers' friends. Yeah, my mom's coworkers' beach house. And that's where I would go because it's like right at the beach. There's like sand dunes.
What state?
Like North Carolina.
Okay.
It's Cape Hatteras specifically. That's my favorite spot to be. It's very much like it's a retired town, so it's not like
It's like chill.
It's
not
super
party
chill,
town?
not party town. You're there for the beach when you
Nice.
go.
What's your favorite fictional character?
Can I say Iroh or Zuko again?
Yeah, that's fine. Your interview.
I'm obsessed with them.
What's something people would be surprised to know about you?
Apparently that I'm stressed all the time.
What's one thing you can't live without?
I could be wholesome or I could not be. Probably my phone. If I'm not being wholesome, if I am being wholesome, I would say Reagan.
Aw.
What's the last thing you do before going to bed?
I take Mira out. That's
Aw.
the last thing I do.
I was expecting like scroll TikTok or something.
I do scroll TikTok a lot of times.
You already answered this kind of, but what's your favorite holiday tradition? Do you have a different one than your mom at Christmas? Maybe a different
Yeah,
holiday?
I would say the gingerbread houses that we do every single year and we change out the candy. That's easily my favorite tradition.
Obsessed. absolutely
It's
obsessed with
so
it.
much fun. I look forward to it every year.
Aw.
Every time you post the pictures, I'm like, what? Like, this is crazy. What's the last song you listened to?
Wrong or right? Uh, from ba- Bass Jackers.
I don't know that song.
It's a
Neither
good
do I.
song.
What's your favorite motivational quote?
Uh, Probably don't sit down and wait for the opportunities to come. Get up and make them.
I know this is one of your questions, but it also feels like I'm asking you from like me. What's your favorite way to de-stress? Asking for a friend.
Probably listening to music, watching trash TV,
Mm,
or playing games. One of those three.
amazing.
If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Greece.
Mm. What's your favorite memory from childhood?
Did we ask that?
You might have already asked that.
Tell us another one.
Oh yeah, you said your birthday party.
Six Flags.
Your 6th birthday party. Six Flags.
I've had some really cool birthday parties, actually. Now that I think about it.
Do you have another one that was fun?
Yeah, so one year I don't like cake. One year we
Oh.
made a V guitar out of Rice Krispie treats.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
My
pretty
mom has
cool.
pictures of it on Facebook. I'll have to find it, but it turned out so cool.
Oh my god.
And it was
What
so
is
much
your
fun to make.
What is your dream job?
Something to do with people. I guess I just like working with people. I think that goes back to the whole content creating thing as well.
How do you want to be remembered by the world?
I struggle with this one because I feel like with the name Blaise, like I have to almost live up to the name. Like that's a big name to fill, especially if you know like the origins of it and stuff like that. But I just like I want to remembered for like actually making a mark on the world, even if it's like a small mark on a community. So I guess that's why I stream.
I think you've probably already done that.
Yeah.
I hope.
I
You've
would
made a
say.
mark on people who know you, I would say for sure. Like
Mhm.
everyone who knows you has like a good feeling from knowing you.
I hope so. That's
Oh
like
no,
the
like
one
I'm
thing
telling
that I
you, they
want.
do. They definitely do.
And our last question, what is next for you?
I guess I'm changing roles at work. I'm going to continue to stream. I'm going to continue to do the podcast. I'm going to continue to just be myself. I guess.
I think
That's
you
next.
mean be yourself.
Be myself.
Oh,
Well, that was really fun. I had a blast with that. I can't believe I learned some new things about you that
That
I
was
didn't
fun.
know
I
after knowing you
was
for so
worried.
long.
Yeah, I was so worried I like that wouldn't take up enough time.
no,
But
we've like learned so much, and we've really filled the time.
Does anybody want to share their biggest takeaways from the episode? I can share mine.
Yeah.
what is it?
For me, it's learning that you're not organized. I literally was just like, Blaise totally has her shit together in like such a nice way. She uses Notion. She's got a big girl job. She streams, makes content. I was like, so yeah, that was just not necessarily a takeaway, but just like a funny haha for me.
Mine is that Blaise doesn't like cake.
Yeah, I don't like cake.
I'm like so shocked. I'm just like, what? Like, what?
Yeah. Usually for my birthdays, I do either cupcakes or some non-cake type of thing, like
You should
strawberry
do like a
pie.
cheesecake.
I
Mm,
do like cheesecake.
It's like a
Cheesecake
is
glazed
is.
good.
cheesecake.
I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. Can't think of
Nice.
anything else.
Well, thank you all so much for listening in. We hope you found some value. Join us on Discord to access resources mentioned in each episode and find your people, as well as we have an episode chat like channels that while you're listening to the episode, you can chat with us along. It's super fun. Follow us on social media and tune into our next episode where we will be interviewing me, Braylon.
Let's go.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.